That dang hang God danyo. What that dang. Well, my name Blakk Rasta, and this is the Black Pot, aka Kukushu, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we only just criticize to build and not to destroy. It's all about our people, our continent, our land. Oh, this is the Black Pot. And my name, Blakk Rasta.
Yabo.
Now from the newsreel, we always must keep it real. And remember, this is brought to you by the kind courtesy of Mark Bansi. Now, my brother, my sister, I said this is why we speak truth to power. And of course, my very first story is taken from Graphic Online. And it says, Saglemi Project. High Court gives Alhaji Yakubu 48 hours to show up. And I read it. The High Court in Accra has given Alhaji Ziblim Yakubu, a former chief director of the Ministry of Water Resources, Works and Housing, 48 hours to appear before it for his plea to be taken in a criminal case pending since 2021. Justice N.S. Owusu Dapa, who gave the order on Monday, June 5, said the law would take its course if the accused person fails to show up in court on Wednesday, June 7, 2023. That's tomorrow. Alhaji Ziblim Yakubu was the chief director of the ministry from 2009 to 2017. Now, despite being slapped with charges in August 2021 with a former minister of the ministry, Alhaji Collins Dauda, his successor, Dr. Kweku Ajman Mensah, and two others over the Saglemi affordable housing project. The trial has been at a standstill due to the health condition of the former chief director. I leave it here. Now, for your information, the Saglemi housing project is a scar on the conscience of Ghanaian politicians. They built a number of affordable housing. They were supposed to be housing that were supposed to be made affordable so that the people would be able to move into them. At the end of the day, the taxpayers' money was taken. Loans were contracted to be paid for by the taxpayer to put up those buildings. Because of political wickedness, political ineptitude, politicians decided that they will play the buffoonery. They do not care how much money is sunk into any project. They do not care how this affects the ordinary Ghanaian. All they care about is holding on to the fiber of power so they can continue to push the people deeper into their graves. Now, the so-called affordable housing as it stands right now has become home to cockroaches and lizards. It has become home to serpents. It has become home for thieves and rapists. Now, if you are driving along the road that has the Saglemi project, and you look at the project, you can imagine how much money went into it. We were told that the amount of money that they claim they put in that project had been overestimated. In other words, politicians are always looking for an opportunity to steal from the people. If the project costs 2 cedis, they will price it at 20 cedis, 10 times the cost, so that they'll be able to pocket the rest of the money. I don't know who created politicians. Certainly not God. It's sad. Today, as it stands, the affordable house in Saglemi is rotting up. Nobody can go there because lizards and serpents have invaded the place. In fact, I started by saying it's a scar on the conscience of politicians in this country. The people who promised us that they would stand by us, those who told us that they would protect the public purse, those who swore that the public's interest will be number one, and above all, Ghana first, today have let Ghana down. They have let the taxpayer down, and nobody can call them to be accountable. Today, Alhaji Yakubu has been invited to come over, and all of a sudden he's falling ill. That is how it is with politicians. When they see that their backs are pushed against the wall, they start reading the Constitution like the Bible or the Quran. They will find out exactly what they can do to avoid justice. If they are not sick, then they are out of the country. If they are not out of the country, they would find a reason. In fact, they would propound a reason. They cannot appear to face justice. They are cowards. It hurts me, my brother. It hurts me, my sister, that at the end of it all, Nana Addo may not live up to the next 10 years. Maybe not up to the next 20 years. If Nana Addo lives for another 20 years, then that means he's playing extra time. Today, how many Ghanaians even live up to 80 years? As I sit right now, I don't know whether I will live up to the next 10 years or the next 20 years. Every Ghanaian walks with a pen and paper in his pocket to write a will every second, because we are not sure whether we will die in the next second or still be alive. So we walk around with pens and paper. We update our will every second. It's a slap in the faces of dirty politicians. Ghana is no longer safe. And those who are making Ghana not safe are certainly not the criminals. In fact, if there are any criminals at all, then it's the dirty people in power who are the criminals. I heard they said that Jinasari said that the headquarters of demonism is Nogokpo. I beg to differ. The headquarters of demonism in Ghana is the Jubilee House. That is where all the demonism is happening. My brother, my sister, who is more a demon than the President of the Republic of Ghana? The President of the Republic of Ghana is a fallen angel. He's a demon. Now, if I go down on my knees and I'm praying for God to protect me against demons and against wicked people, the president is number one on the list of demons. 120 Ghana cedis, they are giving out and doling out for a child. And as Niagbo Aye asked, how much is even an egg? You promise them that you will give them cocoa tea with milk. Now they will come back with the argument that, oh, because they are buying in bulk, 1 CD 20 pesos, which is equivalent to 12 cents in America. 12 cents. And that is about 9, whatever. My brother, my sister, this is how much they spend on our children in school. 12 American cents to feed a child a day. Our prisoners take less than 2 cedis to be fed. In Ghana, the prisons are not for reformation. They are for what? If the prisons in Ghana are not for reformation, they are for cremation. If a prisoner is sent to the prisons in Ghana, don't think that they are sending this prisoner for anything called reformation. They are sending every prisoner in Ghana for cremation. It is where they roast you to death. They feed you with things that their dogs will not even eat. And when you dare complain, they send you to the crematorium. In fact, the prison houses in Ghana are so shameful that they can never qualify for prisons. In fact, they are crematoria. Alhaji Ziblim Yakubu, please get well soon so justice can be served. Hey! Whether you get well or not, justice is waiting for you. Nobody can run away from justice, even in their graves. justice will be served. To God be the glory. Next thing, I'm reading from Peace FM Online, and it says, don't lose faith in akufoaddo administration. And this is Richard Ahiagba talking. Now, he's supposed to be the chief communicator of the NPP, the demonic party in power. And I read, head of communications of the governing New Patriotic Party, NPP, Richard Ahiagba, has appealed to Ghanaians not to lose faith in the akufoaddo administration. According to him, the government is on track to creating more jobs for the youth, to prevent them from engaging in social vices as drug addiction and drug trafficking. I'm going to take that paragraph again. According to him, the government is on track to creating more jobs for the youth, to prevent them from engaging in social vices as drug addiction and drug trafficking. My God. People like Richard Ahiagba are bootleggers. In fact, they are candidates for hell. It is sad. This was the same guy who was touting the work of his government in power. And when he was asked to mention one single project in the Volta region that he claimed, I remember clearly on Johnny's Bite, he failed to do that. A man who is saying that, oh, my government is doing so well. When you go to the Volta region, we did this, my government did that and did that and did that and did that and that. He was sounding like a broken record. He was stopped in his tracks and asked, mention one product, one project, one program that your government has done in the Volta region out of the that you are mentioning. He said, oh, but Johnny, why? They are there, they are in our books. You are the one saying that they have done a lot in the Volta region. Can you mention one product? He fizzled into the carbon of absolute despondency. He fizzled into nothingness. He became neon gas and went fizz like that. Today, this is the guy talking for his party and encouraging us not to lose interest in a demonic president. Hallelujah. It is only in Ghana that as long as corruption benefits us egotistically, we don't care how many people die. Hey, it doesn't matter whether the ship is leaking or not. As long as where I am sitting is not leaking, I don't care. And foolishly, we don't get to understand that even if the other side of the ship is leaking and there's going to be a sinkage, the whole ship goes into that ruin. I'm speaking tongue in cheek. Why should we not lose trust in Nana Akufoaddo? Why should we not lose trust? Look how children are on the streets begging night and day. Now the traffic in Ghana is not caused by too many cars on the streets. It's not only caused by the potholes. Majorly, it is because of beggars on the street. Children are making more money on the street now than even going out there to go to school. They don't want to go to school anymore. They are better off on the street where they are begging for alms. Oh, what a dangerous country. Some religions will tell you that you will go to hell. Yes, you go to hell because you don't belong to them. Yet, most of them are on the streets, they're begging the people who are going to hell to give them money. After all, when you go to hell, you won't need that money. What a people. We fight each other because of religion. We fight each other because of ethnicity differences. Yet when we are on the hospital bed dying, we do not ask our doctor who is taking care of us whether they belong to the Jehovah's Witness or they belong to the Roman Catholic. We don't ask them whether they are Muslim or Buddhist. When we are sitting in the aeroplane, We do not bother to ask if the pilot eats pork or he's vegetarian. We don't care if the pilot is an MPP person or an NDC person. But when we are comfortable, we start to play the buffoonery. My brother, my sister, Anyagba, Ghanaians have already lost interest in your president. Your president has performed so abysmally. Your president is not supposed to even be called the president. In fact, he's an antecedent. I leave it here. Next thing I will quickly look at before the news takes over. Have you seen a foolish rich man before? This I'm reading from Ghana Web. Canada, Japan slums are not dumpre over unpresidential tag. And I read. New Patriotic Party flag bearer hopeful Kennedy Ohini Ejapon has responded to Majority Chief Whip of Parliament Frank Anodompre, who allegedly stated that Ejapon is not suited for presidency. In an audio clip where Kennedy Ejapon was addressing MPP delegates during his ongoing campaign, the member of Parliament for Asin Central criticized the lack of development in mining communities across the country, whilst calling out the Majority Chief Whip. When you come here to mine gold, the first thing we should negotiate is your corporate social responsibility. Ensure that the people in the mining areas are taken care of. One of my chairmen is from Abrim, and when you visit Kenyasi and Bibiani and witness the gold being mined there compared to the living conditions of the people, even the poor are being evicted from their homes. Jesus Christ, he said. What Kennedy Ejapon is saying is nothing but the truth. Before any mining activity, be it oil, drilling, or even gold mining, you have to look at the social responsibilities. Ghana Airways was in this country working for over 30 years without a single social responsibility. We were told by Mrs. Dapa. Today you go to the mining areas and it's like hell. Kennedy Japan is asking, why have these areas been neglected? Finally, he's asking, which rich man is poor? Better still, which rich man is foolish? There are a lot of foolish rich men. Those who go around and then do sakawa and make money. Those who go around killing people and making money. They are foolish. There are a lot of foolish rich men. Not every rich man is wise. So you see, Canada, Japan is only talking about rich, money, 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 money. Such a man is very dangerous. Because they don't care the source of the money. All they care about is that as long as you have money, it's a yardstick for wisdom. What kind of reasoning is this? As long as you are rich, it means you are wise. Have you heard that before? What a joke. There's a foolish rich man in my village. He's been rich for the past 80 years. My brother, every season he's sick from the same sickness. He's a foolish rich man. We have a lot of foolish rich men who are walking around on the streets. Your money does not translate into wisdom, or else, don't let me mention names. My God. I leave it here. But still, I will go for Canada, Japan, and kick out Baumia, kick out Alan Cash, kick out their Greek minister, and all those people. This guy, despite his braggadocious appetite, he's better than all of them. Eric Mawenagbata is in the house. Eric, how are you doing? You good? Everything nice with you?
It's blessed and highly favored.
Oh my God, have mercy.